Oh boy, I think it's gonna be a beautiful day for another season of Camping Continues. I can't wait to get started. Can't believe I'm halfway to Camp Snyder. So ready for this next season of Camping Continues. Can't wait to get out there and have fun with my friends and just learn a lot and have so much fun out there camping. Uh-oh.
Well, hey there, Gabe. How's it going?
How's it going, Stefan?
Doing all right. Are you here for season 2 of Camping Continues?
You know, I think I am.
Awesome. I'm glad you're back on the cast.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here as well. What have you been up to so far?
Oh, just been keeping busy, running some events here and there. I wonder who else is going to be a part of the Camping Continues cast.
I heard Matt was coming, but I don't know where he is.
Yeah, hopefully Matthew turns up.
Did you hear my name?
Oh, hey Matthew, how's it going?
Good, how are you guys? What are you doing here?
We're just here for Camping Continues.
You're here for Camping Continues?
I am.
I'm here for Camping Continues.
That's awesome.
Yeah, awesome, yeah. There's like the 3 of the 4 main guys from last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the 4th?
Where's Ryan?
Ryan.
Who? Ryan who?
Ryan. You know Ryan, of course. You know, the little floppy hat, pants.
I was a part of season 1, and I don't remember any Ryan a part of.
Do you need a reference for him? I can doodle something up.
Yeah, if you draw me a picture, maybe I'll recognize Ryan.
No, I already doodled on that page. Let's see here.
Yeah, you don't know Ryan. He was the best part of season 1.
No, I'm almost certain there was Matthew.
Yeah.
There was Gabe.
Right here.
I was in it.
Right there.
And there's a few others, but I can't remember any Ryan.
No, I think I got it down. He was always in his pajamas for some reason, but I think that ought to work.
Oh right, that's Ryan. Now I
Yeah.
recognize him.
Kind of a rough sketch there.
Yeah, this is a little rough, but pretty good for 3 seconds or whatever. But
Perfectly captures his likeness.
yeah, definitely. So I definitely remember
Yeah.
Ryan now. Speaking of which, where is he?
I don't know. He's supposed to be here. I mean, we're filming soon.
Yeah.
So, you don't think he's lost, do you?
I hope not.
I hope not.
He does get lost a lot.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's around here somewhere.
Maybe we should go look for him.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
All right, well, let's go.
All right.
Okay, Gabe, Matthew and I will go look for Ryan. And if we're not back by sundown, come and find us.
All right, sounds like a plan. Have fun, guys.
We will.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
What a beautiful day.
I know, what a wonderful day for a hike.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad I checked the weather before we came.
Oh, you checked the weather?
Yeah, because I didn't want to get caught in a storm or anything, so yeah, it's going to be all like this all weekend.
That's really smart. It's always important to check the weather before you go out backpacking.
Yeah, super important.
What else did you do before we went on this hike, Matthew?
Well, I mean, we told Gabe that we're going to go out and look for Ryan, so that's important.
And we made sure that we gave him an idea of how long we were going to be gone, so if anything happened to us, he could go call for help.
Yeah, definitely. We said sundown, and hopefully he'll come and find us if we're lost like Ryan is.
I see you have a few things with you, Matthew. What did you bring on our hike?
Well, I have my trusty water bottle. It's a very nice water bottle, and it's in case I get thirsty on the hike. You know, you can survive like only a little bit without water, so stay hydrated, don't dehydrate.
That's smart. What else did you bring, Matthew?
Well, in my hand here, I got a map and compass.
Oh, wow.
Camp Snyder, big place, don't want to get lost, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I got map and compass, and you know, I don't actually know what they do.
Huh. Well, this appears to be a pretty simple map. Maybe we can go take a closer look and I can show you?
Yeah, over there?
Yep, sounds good.
Let's go.
All right.
You're watching Camping Continues. We'll be right back after a word from today's sponsor.
Hi, I'm Charlie Brown again with Camping Continues, and I want to make sure you know about the exciting camping opportunities available at the Goshen Scout Reservation. We've got Camp Ross, PMI, Marriott, Olmsted, and Bowman, and Lynn Hoxton. So many great opportunities. You need to make sure that you check out gotogoshen.org today so you can book your troops or packs or units visit down there as soon as possible. Remember, they fill up fast. Gotogoshen.org.
Welcome back. Let's get back into the action with Camping Continues.
Yeah, Stefan, I don't think I'm getting this.
Well, I'll show you in a moment here, but I'm just trying to get this map oriented first.
Hey Gabe, how are you?
How are you guys doing?
Doing well, yeah. What you doing?
You know, I'm watching the flags I put up in the nice blue sky. How's the search for Ryan going?
Oh, Ryan, we're looking for Ryan, weren't we?
Yeah, so far yielded no results, unfortunately.
We're looking. We have a map.
Okay. He's out there somewhere. You guys are sure to bump into him.
Yeah.
And you bumped into me in the middle of this field. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll keep looking, and
Okay.
you keep watching those flags.
All right, best of luck to you guys.
All right, thank you.
So, map and compass. How
Yeah.
does this work?
All right, so I had an opportunity to do some basic orienteering. So Matthew, what you want to do is you want to hold the compass flat out, all right? Now this compass is going to tell us which way north is. This isn't true north, but this is magnetic north. So this is where the magnets all point to. So which way does the dial point towards?
The arrow right here points that way. That's, oh.
Well, no, on this one, we're going to look at where the red arrow is pointing.
Oh, this arrow.
Yes.
Stefan is pointing at me. Am I north?
Not quite. If you move the compass a bit over there, it will still point in the same direction because that general direction is north.
So that's north.
Exactly. All right, so now that we know which way is north, we can take our handy dandy map here of Camp Snyder and we can orient it so that we know where we're at. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out where we're at. So Matthew, you wanna take a look here? And if this is north, and if
This is north.
This is north,
Okay.
this direction. And this building right here is the dining hall.
This one?
Where do you think we are?
Okay, so that's the dining hall.
Right.
That looks like a pool. The pool's over there.
Right.
There's a fort. Fort's over there.
Right. And there's that the big parade field right there.
Yeah, big parade field.
So where do you think we are, Matthew?
We are right here.
Well, yes, we are right here, but where do you think we are
on the map? On the map. That's my bad. Okay.
Yes.
On the map, we are right next to the dining hall. We're to the south of the dining hall.
That's exactly right. And so now that we know where we're at, we can look around here and see all the trails. So we know that there's a trail over there, there's a trail over there, and trails over there, and so on.
And those match up with the trails on the map. Wow.
Exactly. So now we know exactly where we're going to be going.
That is amazing, Stefan.
All right. So with that, do we want to keep looking for Ryan?
Yeah, let's keep looking. This
All
way.
right.
Let's go north.
There we go.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of season 2 of Camping Continues, and we're excited to have you back. Tonight we're going to dive deep into the air scouting and air exploring things. We are back to share the rich history of scouting, and kicking off season 2 is a look at the most interesting of programs offered by the Boy Scouts of America, Air Scouts and Air Exploring.
as Air Scouts started in 1942 and ran through 1949 when their name was changed to Air Explorers. How glorious. The last of the Air Explorers program was 1965. In the early years, a boy had to be the age of 15 to join. This was changed to the age of 14 with the transition to exploring. Throughout the program's history, Scouts learned a wide variety of topics in aviation such as aerodynamics, aeronautics, airplane design, and airplane structure. Air Scouts and Explorers had their own special blue uniform, including a shirt and pants, a merit badge sash, a tie, a belt, and a garrison hat. These were program-specific patches, and advancement and positions were worn on their uniforms. Our first slide of the insignia shows a glimpse into what was available for Air Scouts and Air Explorers. The advancement of the system was four-tiered, starting at the apprentice, proceeding through observer, craftsman, and finally the beloved ace. On this slide, these represented the patches with 1, 2, 3, and finally 4 propellers. How fascinating. From 1954 to 1965, Air Explorers used the advancement program offered by the BSA's broader exploring program, which progressed from apprentice to bronze, gold, and finally the vaunted silver award. Scouts in the Boy Scout troops could get a taste of Air Scouting program by earning a candidate rank patch, which could place them beneath their tenderfoot, second class, or first class patch. How unique! The hope was to get Scouts interested in joining the Air Scouts when they turned the age 15. This form of advancement was not available during those air exploring years. Air Explorers had their own position patches, and the word of an air scouting and air exploring unit was a squadron. The equivalent to a senior patrol leader was a squadron pilot, which was later renamed a senior crew leader. The equivalent of a Scoutmaster was the squadron leader, which was later also called the squadron advisor, much like the Order of the Arrow. You will notice the bottom right of the slide that there were 4 Air Scout colored merit badges in use in 1942 through 1955. In 1947, the Air Scouts introduced the rating strip advancement, which allowed the Air Scouts and Explorers to demonstrate increasing levels of proficiency in a variety of topics. That might be noticed in the previous image that had an arch-shaped patch with a south bend on it, and the photo you see with the St. Joseph. These community strips indicated where the Scouts were from. There are also state strips known to exist with the Air Scouting colors. In 1953, these strips were changed to the red base material with red lettering. Our last photo of the memorabilia shows the program's advancement, cards, and uniform numbers. It also showed the ACE medal that could be earned. This was the program's equivalent to the Eagle Scout Award, but the requirements were very difficult, and therefore the award was so rarely earned. In addition, the medal, a Scout received a special ACE square knot and an ACE lapel pin. There was so much intricacy left out of here in discussing the history of the Air Scout and Air Exploring program. There is a website called the seniorscoutinghistory.org, which covers the history of Scouting's older boy programs in more detail. We appreciate and extend a sincere thank you to Bob Hanna, whose collection made these photos possible. Please join us next week as we learn about the Knights of Dumas and National Honor Society of Eagle Scouts. Thank you again for joining us, and we're quite excited for Season 2 of Camping Continues. See you next week. Good night.
Hey there, Gabe. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Have you guys found Ryan yet?
No sign of Ryan yet, unfortunately. And to make things even worse, we lost the map.
Yeah, just flew away.
I mean, are you guys lost right now?
We have a compass, so not quite. We know where north is, but we might be just a touch.
Just a tad lost.
Yeah, we're thinking of a new thought pattern. We're thinking like Ryan. If we get lost, we'll be like Ryan, so then we'll find Ryan.
You know what? I don't want you guys to be in that situation, so I have a trusty little map for you guys to look at.
He has a map.
I have a small little map. Maybe not of this area, but I think it'll help you guys once you find your map, help find Ryan.
Okay.
So, have you guys heard of the Shenandoah National Park?
Oh yeah, I'd love to go there. It's beautiful.
All right, so this is a section that I took out. You can see Skyline Drive, the very popular driveway through the Shenandoah. But when you start looking out on the labeled parts of the maps, you can see the water feature. So I know here at camp, we have a couple of creeks that run through here that are marked on your map. And then we have a cliffside over here. And then we have different little mounds and features in elevation. And the way that you know that the area is elevated is these little lines across the map called contour lines. So for specific maps, these contour lines can go from 5 feet to over 100 feet in intervals per line. So I took a look at this map, and every single one of these lines means about 20 feet in elevation. And it's not exactly always true. Sometimes, like right here where it says 3,520 feet in elevation, but the line 5 lines down is maybe about 5,000 or 3,400 about. So there's maybe a couple extra feet in there when you're fixing it through, but it's a good general idea of how the elevation goes.
So Gabe, I have a question. When these lines are close together, let me see if I understand this. If the lines are close together, that means it's really steep because you're changing elevation really fast.
Yeah, really steep. It either goes really uphill or really, really downhill.
But then here at these like big open areas, that means that there's no contour lines and it's very flat.
It should be very flat. So as you can see here, as you're following Skyline Drive, you're on top of a ridge line. Sure, there's some contour feet, but you're looking at about a very minimal, nice drive, and you're just winding through the ridge. And especially when you get over here to Big Meadows, like you said, completely flat.
Now, Gabe, I see that there's some blue lines right here, but they don't exactly look like contour lines. Do you mind telling us what those are?
Well, like I was saying before, almost like how they're on camp, they're water features. So this can be a stream, sometimes a river, but usually rivers will have thicker lines, and they'll have labels. So you'll just look, and sometimes they'll have labels as to which creek or stream they are, and sometimes they won't. But you'll just know, like let's say I'm hiking right here by the amphitheater at Black Rock, and I'm taking their path, and I'm just walking around. And I know that if I'm taking the trail up to Skyline Drive, I should see maybe a creek and this flat clearing right here. It should be to your left if you're hiking from the amphitheater to Skyline Drive.
Well, that's awesome. I think now I know how to find Ryan, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should go find our map and then take a look at the Camp Snyder map, and then maybe we can find Ryan with that.
Yes, let's do that. Let's go.
All right, good luck, guys.
All right, thanks, Gabe.
No problem.
Oh man, Matthew, I feel like we've been looking for Ryan forever. I'm getting kind of tired.
Yeah. Camp Snyder's a very big place to walk around.
I know. You know, it's so big. I just wonder how far have we, walked today?
Well, we walked a distance,
Well, is there any way we can figure that out? I have no way, without our map, I have no way to tell how far we've been walking.
Well, Stefan, you can just use your pace.
My pace?
Yeah, you know your pace.
How on earth can I figure out what my pace is without my Fitbit?
Well, if you see here, we got some balloons that are moving a little bit, but I remember that it was right here.
Awesome.
And then
you put that the night before, right?
Yeah. Week before. It's been here, it's been accurate, it hasn't moved until now, and it's just bad timing.
Lucky you were here.
Yeah, I moved it back. It's a good thing. Anyway, so 50 feet that way, there's other balloons.
Okay.
And so we're gonna walk from here to there at a normal step size. We're not gonna do anything fancy. We're not gonna skip, or we're not gonna take really big steps.
So no big steps?
No really big steps.
Just walking normal.
No short steps, just walking normally.
Okay, all right, I can do that.
Yep, and then so, here we go.
All right.
And count them while you walk.
Count them, all right.
All right, Stefan, you have just done 50 feet walking.
All right.
How many steps did you get?
I ended with 32 steps.
32 steps?
Yeah, I did. How many did you have?
I had 33.
33. Well, I'm just a little bit taller than you, so that probably explains it.
Yeah, just a little bit lower.
Bigger steps.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Shorter yeah, it makes sense.
So now I perfectly know exactly what my pace is for the rest of my life.
Not exactly. So the human body is this fluid organic thing, and it's not always the most precise, and sometimes, you might see a bird and get distracted and take a slightly bigger step. So if you really want the most accurate reading, what you want to do is you want to do this whole walking thing a few times. So like maybe 4, maybe get some friends, do it 6 times, make a day out of it, and just do it all day if you want. So I think what we should do is do it again.
Yeah, I think we should do it one more time to make sure we get a pretty good accurate reading, but we want to continue to find Ryan. So
Yeah.
Let's try it one more time.
Ready?
Let's make sure to count our steps.
At your mark.
All right,
Get set.
go.
Go. All right, Stefan, what did you get for your step count?
Well, before the balloons moved, this general area, I crossed it at about 32 steps.
32?
Yeah.
Wow, that's what you had before.
I was, so it was pretty close, I
You're
guess.
incredibly accurate.
So Matthew, how many steps did you take?
Well, I took 34 this time.
Took 34? Well, that makes a lot of sense, Matthew, because I'm so much taller than you.
Yeah.
So, my steps are just gonna be so much bigger.
Yeah, I'm more down to earth. So
There you
it's
go.
just shorter, faster, or shorter steps, more steps. It all makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, do you understand pace now?
I think I do. So now we know how far we've traveled even without our map. But I think Ryan is still out there somewhere.
Yeah, we should go find him probably. It's getting late.
Definitely. All right, let's go find Ryan.
Yeah, let's go find Ryan.
All right.
You're watching Camping Continues. We'll be right back after a word from today's sponsor.
Hi, I'm Julia Machen Lesko, your Council Commissioner. To ensure Scouting continues, it is critical for all of us to join in an all-hands effort to relaunch Cub Scouting. Let's continue to build the relaunch teams in the district. Let's make a full-court press to re-engage our at-risk packs. Let's make direct calls to invite families back to Scouting and invite non-Scouting families to join us outdoors for family camping, day camp, and summer camp. Let's encourage all units to adopt a school and restart recruiting efforts in the schools. Together, we can make sure every member of the BSA has a great Scouting experience by making sure camping continues and Scouting continues.
Welcome back. Let's hop right back into the action with Camping Continues.
Wow, what a day.
Yeah, I mean, we learned so much, and we're looking for Ryan so hard, but I just can't believe we didn't find him.
Yeah, I mean, it took us right to campsite 5, this is a cool campsite, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I wonder where he is.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna run into him.
Wait a minute. Is that Ryan?
Oh, hey guys, how are you?
And
Good to see you.
who are these friends with you?
Oh, this is the new cast.
Thanks for watching Camping Continues this evening. Now, to finish it off, let's take it over to our Lodge Chief, Stephen Peterson, followed by Mr. Charlie Brown for his Scoutmaster Minute.
My fellow Scouts and Scouters, here we are again for another season of Camping Continues. Before we get to today's exciting program, I want to talk a little bit about the Camping Continues series. Almost a year ago, our team of airmen from across the council put together for the first time a virtual program like no other. A program filled with excitement, educational scout skills, and yes, a little bit of goofiness. But behind all the skits and editing was one message, a message that still remains true today. Camping continues. Does camping look different than how we remember it years ago? Absolutely, and there's no doubt about it. But this new format provides us with an opportunity for us to forge new memories and find new ways of keeping our scouting spirit burning bright during such difficult times. I always say that our greatest triumphs come during times of great challenges. So we're going to try our best to provide a fun and entertaining program for you and the rest of our National Capital Area Council family. So, without any more delay, let's dive into a new season of Camping Continues. A season which will feature new and fun content, a larger cast, and as promised, more goofiness. So let's renew our scouting spirit once more for Season 2 of Camping Continues.
We have now had an entire season under our belts of trying to be digital natives and running this whole web series thing. The best part of this whole project has been working with the talented youth who simply know a lot more about this than me. This reminds me of one of my first OA youth jobs that I had a chance to work with in the OA advisor world. This was a youth who had a whole new level of determined, visionary, creative, outgoing, and he simply was hype. Hype is what Christian brought to scouting. He broke through boxes and walls to find ways to engage people where they are. One of the fondest memories of working with him were the late night calls. From being an overcommitted and talented student, he was just working like scout stuff late at night. He would call me up with an idea, and one that really got me was this idea of changing the culminating event that he'd been working for an entire year. One night it was about sock puppets and the world record breaking that. Another was a food change or recruiting. But the one that I was most nervous about is what he called out the glow out social. As many of you can imagine my face when I heard that, I felt deflated for what I was sure was going to be something that would fall flat. I instantly wanted to go in hero mode and say, let's not do this. But then I remembered all the times that I was let to fail as a youth so that I could learn the lessons and move on to new challenges. So I took a deep breath and asked, how much is this going to cost? And his record response was a low number. I said, Chief, if it's something you want to do for your event, I'll back you up. As we neared the event, I just kept being awed by what this youth was coming up with, completely recasting the mold on how events would be measured after his. The weekend had finally come, and he was ready to execute this vision. As Saturday was winding down, I remember pulling my associate advisor to the side saying, be ready to come up with a backup plan if this falls flat. We'll come up with something. And then the lights went down, and the glow sticks, the black lights, and the disco lights came up. The music came on, and it happened. Scouting magic. Then scouts were dancing, singing, and carrying on. Sitting there singing the iconic song that is legendary in scouting, Sweet Caroline. And I remember standing off to the side with my associate, and I'm like, wow, he pulled it off. I only asked Christian aside for a moment to say, you completely did this. I am so proud of you. He was grateful but surprised. I was like, I didn't think this was gonna work. And the youth can provide some incredible ideas on how to tackle boring and normal events. That's why I love working with youth, especially in the OA, where youth leadership roles get their own advisor. One person always there in their corner to have their back. Christian, thanks for being an amazing area chief and a tough act to follow. Thanks for reminding me why we all need scouting more than ever. Our youth need adults who are listening and will have their back now in this world. Make sure you support them and don't be afraid to let them fail and learn a lesson or two. Who knows? I bet you two will be surprised just like me. And remember, camping continues, scouting continues, and I'll see you down the trail. Good night.
This has been an Amangamek-Wipit Lodge production done in partnership with the National Capital Area Council.